All right. See what we got. Looks like ES is pushing up to previous day high here. Get that. All right, ES is pushing here. Previous day high. If you look at our, so like a 4-hour chart, you see we've been moving down here, but this was kind of a previous support. You'd want this to act as resistance in this area here, if you're a bear. But they're squeezing up pretty good here after a good drop down last night, and then they've been just pushing it up since we made that bottom yesterday around 7 p.m. ish Eastern time. Strong push up to start here. Just want to see how this 15-minute candle closes on ES. See if we can close above previous day's high from the New York session on ES here to see if we get further upside. Maybe up near this 69.20 on ES. You can see we're having a pretty strong reaction here on the daily chart. On these daily candles, NQ is down near the 200 EMA on the daily chart and near this previous weekly pivot low here near 24,200, and we're seeing a good strong push up now. So see if we get continued push today or if they're going to roll it back down. If you look on like the 4-hour chart, we're kind of making lower lows, lower highs, but this kind of important area here on ES, kind a previous support, coming back into it. We'll see if it turns into resistance or not, which is basically in line with previous day high here on ES. So important area here. If the bears don't step in here, maybe they'll step in up higher, but we can at least maybe see a push up. And they're pushing it. NQ is getting closer to previous day high. Got a little mini little break and retest on the previous day high there on ES. Strong close on that 5-minute. We're just getting some continuation up higher now. This 15-minute, we got 5 minutes basically till the next 15-minute candle. So on ES, if we can hold above that previous day high on New York session, could see a move up to this zone here. So looking pretty strong here. That's the thing about these, when you're in these down moves on the bigger time frame, the pushes back up can be pretty aggressive. All the shorts being squeezed out in like a bear market, and then they roll it back down eventually usually. All right, seeing some sellers come in here. Maybe a little profit taken from the push. So a few minutes still until that 15-minute closes. So we'll see if ES can hold above previous day high or if they're going to dip back below. Either way, we're still looking pretty bullish overall. Drop down overnight on ES and NQ. Reclaim back above previous day's low on both of them, and then we've shot up to previous day high now here on ES, and then NQ is pretty close. So we'll see if they can hold it down here on NQ. But ES is looking a little bit stronger for sure off the open here. All right, NQ's back near the 9 EMA, or the, what do I got on there, 7 EMA. All right, we got 1 minute now until the 15-minute range is set. ES is holding up here above previous day high. Had a little retest there. NQ bouncing as well. Looking bullish here. Let's see. And we got news at 10 a.m. U of M consumer sentiment, inflation expectations. All right, there's that new 15-minute candle. We'll see what we get here. Strong 15-minute candle. See if we get continuation on it on ES. NQ's right up near previous day high right now. Like to see ES kind of pull back and retest previous day high here, and then look for a bounce for a long. I'll probably take it on NQ just because I like to trade NQ more, but we'll see. Maybe I'll take ES today. All right, new 15-minute wicked up a little bit here. We'll see if they pull it back. Right at that previous day high, you know, resistance area here, so wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a pullback here on NQ since it wasn't able to really break it yet, but we'll see. Alright, they just kind of flipped it back green here on the 15. See if we get that continuation of the 15-minute opening range. If they can push it higher or if we're going to pull back into it. It's definitely kind of slowing down here. If you look at the 5-minute, the bodies are kind of shrinking. There's that big push. Not saying it can't go higher here, but it's definitely slowing a little bit at a key area here. So we'll see how it does. Needs to kind of push to get some momentum back for more upside here. But we'll see. Got that 25,000 number up here. Kind of just trying to grind up now at this point. We got that news in 10 minutes here, so. Oh, there's a little bit of selling there. Kind of just slowing down a little bit here, so it could be due for a little pullback. We got that news at 10 a.m. here, about 10 minutes away, so we'll see if they can test previous day high here on NQ. Looks like it probably needs to pull back a bit, but it might just keep squeezing it. Kind of just grindy right now. I'd like to see a retest on previous day high on ES here. Let's see it hold above. If it can't hold above, then I would be probably changing the bias maybe back to short if we get back, you know, below the open, below the EMAs. Maybe get a move down to the VWAP. Looks like they're trying to push it here a little bit. Alright, there's the push. NQ right up to previous day high. Breaking through it right now. We'll see if ES can get up into the 69.20 area. Got about 7, 8 minutes until 10 a.m. news here. So I'm not going to be doing really anything until after that news. We might just squeeze up here. Check out our daily candle. Look at that push back up. Pretty good squeeze back up here. Everyone bearish the last few days, and then they squeeze it back up. Started in the overnight session, they dropped it. Everyone really bearish, fearful, and then they just push it back up here. So ES wasn't really able to hold. Let's go to the 4 hour. This previous kind of support area here. So that's why, you know, above previous day high, I'd be looking for longs. Just haven't really seen a great entry opportunity yet. I guess if you wanted to be aggressive, you could have taken this little like red to green move here on ES right off previous day high. But I'd like to see a little bit more of a pullback. NQ is kind of rejecting previous day high there. Yeah, pretty big rejection there on NQ so far. On that 5 minute. It's going to close in about 30 seconds. It's looking like it wants to pull back now. All right, yeah, pretty bearish close on that 5 minute. And they're dropping it back down here. Rejected that previous day high level. Wicked it and closed pretty bearish there on that 5 minute. So seen some continuation back down. Our 15 minute. So in order to take some longs, I'd like to see, I mean, ideally we have NQ also above previous day high for longs. But if ES kind of has a bounce on previous day high, it could be a chance to take a long at NQ or just take it on ES. But we got that news coming here in a few minutes, so gonna be waiting for that. Wow, yeah, 742 points from the lows from last night. 745, whatever it is. Over 700 points back up. Pretty crazy. Crazy volatility. All right, they're kind of dropping it back down on NQ. Kind of have this kind of previous resistance area near 850. So we'll see if they can hold above that. Couple minutes till the news here. Just going to be holding off. You're seeing that bounce near that 9 or the 850 area here. That kind of previous resistance from the pre-market. See if they can push it up or not. If that doesn't hold, then probably see a move back down near the open on NQ. But really watching ES to see how it does at previous day high is kind of a key thing to watch. Yeah, I'd say the bulls want to see this 30-minute. We got 1 minute till the 10 a.m. news, but actually, let me go to the 60. If we can close this 60-minute candle like above these bodies, like up into here maybe we'll get a continuation. But if they don't close it above those bodies, maybe we come back down. We'll see. The news is a wild card here, so we got about 30 seconds. But ES looking pretty strong. I always prefer them to be in sync with each other before I take a trade if possible, but it doesn't always happen. Alright, here's 10 a.m. So that 60 couldn't really close above those bodies, but I mean, it could wick down and maybe go fill that wick. Going to the 5-minute here. Be nice if ES could go retest this previous day high level. But NQ is kind of right at that 850 area. Previous kind of resistance, so we'll see if it can turn it into support. If not, probably move down near this open, maybe low day VWAP area. But pretty big red candle there before that 10 a.m. news, so we'll see if it gets a little bit of continuation lower here. ES definitely holding up a little better. Give us that test on previous day high here on ES. That'd be nice. Still just long biased here overall, unless we can kind of take out these buyers that pushed it up, start making lower highs and lower lows. ES is holding up above previous day's high as well. So I don't want to be looking for any shorts. personally until if ES needs to lose this previous day high level and kind of hold below it. Not that you can't take a scalp back down on NQ, but not my style. So we'll see if these buyers step back in here from this push up on NQ. Kind of have like a little, call that like a little demand area. Let's see if the buyers hold it up there. If we come back down all the way into this zone, and if we get like a nice little reversal pattern, I might look for a long. But kind of selling off pretty aggressively right now, so nothing to do yet for me here. ES is right back at previous day's high, so let's see if we can get a bounce here or not. Pretty big 5-minute red candle so far, so not really any signs of buying yet. Just straight selling back down so far. We'll see if ES can hold that previous day high from the New York session. But I mean, nice rejection there though on NQ. That kind of inverted hammer rejected. If you want to be aggressive, you could definitely take a short there. I just don't love to fight kind of the momentum. But definitely could scalp that type of move. Alright, buyers are stepping in here at the moment. Kind of back in that demand area I talked about. On NQ, ES is kind of bouncing on previous day high here. But still a lot of time on this 5-minute candle here. Oops. Kind of rejecting the EMAs there on NQ. Getting the upper wick. A lot of time here on this candle though, so still got 4 minutes on it. But for like a bounce type play, I just want to see these bodies start to shrink and maybe a push back up. But I mean, if this candle ends up being a huge red candle, then the sellers are probably back in control. Which, I mean, they're in control at the moment right now, but just overall on the day. But we got that VWAP down here, so maybe we get a test of that. We'll see. ES kind of tried to bounce off previous day high and now losing it. Back down near the open here on NQ. 759 area. 760. ES not looking so hot so far in this 5-minute. 30 minutes kind of engulfing here on NQ. Trying to, at least so far. Yeah, that bot, like we couldn't close above those previous bodies on the 30 or their 60-minute chart. We just had a big wick, so showing signs of rejection there. ES still kind of trying here, previous day high level. Right back near that open here on NQ. All right, ES trying to hold on that previous day high. We got less than a minute here on this 5-minute. Definitely kind of slowing it down to the downside so far. Kind of the body a little bit smaller on this candle, a lot smaller. We got 10 seconds till the close. All right, ES seeing a reaction here. Nice push there. Alright, we're kind of breaking the high of the previous 5-minute candle. And they are pushing it back here. Well, we got that reaction out of that demand zone and previous day high held on NQ or ES. I'm going to put a bid here on ES right at that previous 5-minute high. See if they can pull it back and I'll get a fill there. Right near 92. Alright, just got in long.
Order submitted.
On MES. See if we can get a push up to the highs. Had that nice reaction off the previous day high, so I'm just seeing if we can get that push higher here. Looks like they're wicking it so far. My stop is underneath that pivot. So if they can't hold it up above 75 area, I'll stop out here. Not the reaction you'll love to see. I was hoping that we can get that continuation above that previous candle high. Here, let me show. So it just wicked for now. They can't hold it up. Then I will take the loss here. We're still right at that previous day high level on ES. 81.25. Right here. Let's put a level there. So we'll see if we can hold it. Not the start you prefer on a trade, but what's up, buddy? Hold on one sec. What's up, bud? Come here. Come here. I know my dog's crying right now. Oh my god. Alright, pretty big rejection there on that candle, but still hope here. Maybe false hope, but alright, can we get back above that 81.25 on ES? Probably going to come stop me, but we'll see. If we can get back above that, these candle bodies, maybe there's a chance we squeeze the wick. Hold on. What's up, bud? Hey, you want to go out? Aw, paw hurts. Sorry, buddy. Alright. Yeah, it looks like they're going to come down, stop me out. There it is.
Stop
Order
filled.
canceled.
All right, so we couldn't hold above previous day high here. Had a little fake out there. 2, 5. Still kind of watching this level though. It might just be a little wick. Maybe we push back up. Definitely a chance they do that. So I'm still bullish overall here. Just kind of got faked out. I'm going to try it along
Order
again.
submitted.
I think they still might push this thing. Let's see. So it might have just been a little fake out before the real move here. So NQ is back in that kind of demand zone from the morning push. They just wanted to screw around here on ES for a bit. But we'll see if we can get that push now. Apex is 80% off evals now. I just saw an email. Alright, can we hold above that previous day high here on ES? Need NQ to kind of reclaim these EMAs for the push. If we get a strong close here, I might look to add to this on the 5 minute. We got a minute 20. Just be looking for a move up to this zone here on ES. Alright, it's looking better now. See if we can break that. Kind of have a little bit of a trend line resistance there. See if NQ can push back up the previous day high. And hopefully at the same time ES could make new highs here into this zone would be the idea for the trade. For some targets. So I'm long at 68.86 here on ES, MES that is. Alright, definitely getting a better 5 minute candle close there. I'm adding one there.
Order submitted.
See if we can break this trend line here on ES. NQ strong close as well. See if we can get that push up to the previous high. $69.07. $69.35.25. All right, getting that push here. See if we can get up to that previous high, previous day high on Nasdaq. Kind of right into this, these bodies here on the 5 minute. Let's check out the 15. Kind of same thing. 30 minute. 30 minute, we're just filming. All right, looks like I lost connection there. Okay. ES is looking good here. See if we can get back up to that previous high. Okay, kind of showing signs of rejection. Whoa. Kind of rejecting those bodies there so far. Don't love that reaction. That's pretty abrupt. Wow. See if we can hold above that previous day high here. Alright, trying to hold it up here. See if we can flip it back green here on the 5-minute. We got, let's see, about 15 seconds left on this 5-minute. Two, one, okay. So we'll see if we can get back above this 89.90 level. That resistance area on the 5-minute where we just kind of form these bodies. Get back over that. Maybe go back and fill this wick that we just rejected. And hopefully back up to the highs. Might have just been a little shakeout here. There we go. Good reaction there. Good recovery. Alright, come on, ES. Let's get back up to those highs here. NQ back up to previous day high. Put a little alert there. See if we can get above this. Basically 6,900 is the key area. Get rid of that. Okay, looking pretty good here. Got a few minutes until 10:30, and we'll get a new 30-minute candle. So this 30 minutes looking pretty strong right now at the moment. I'm just going to get rid of this trend line. So as long as we close similar to how it's looking now, could expect some continuation as long as we break the high of this 30-minute candle that we're in now to kind of push up and hopefully fill in the wick, maybe even get up to this zone here. So that's what I'm hoping for. Just got to get over that 6,900 level on ES, which kind of had that strong reaction earlier, so we'll see here. But I am long from, my average is 87.25 on MES. So right down here. Here, I'll just show you guys. So first trade took a loss down here. Got in here, took a loss, it rejected. I got back in here, added one, and now we're kind of pushing. See, we got 10:30 coming in a couple minutes here. I also have a chart here without any wicks on it, so you can just kind of see the bodies, which I think are really important, looking at the bodies. Alright, let's see if we can get that new high. NQ's pushing. Kind of back up into these bodies here would be nice. Kind of test into there. ES just got to get over the 6,900 level. So I'd like to scale out if we get some new highs here on ES. We got 1 minute till that new 30-minute candle. So we have this push up, duplicate it. Kind of do like a measured move there. If we end up getting these highs, a lot of times these moves will be very similar to the first push. If we can get it. We'll see. $69.29 area. All right, that new 30-minute candle's coming here. About 5 seconds. See if we can get a push. Maybe a little wick and push. A little wick down and push. Give me those new highs. Come on. Got to break that 6,900 level on ES to get that push up to the previous high. Come on, guys. Give it a little push. Let's see, 15-minute. If you look at the 15-minute chart as well, last 15-minute candle was nice. Strong close. We'll see if we get a continuation of that 15-minute candle here. Just need to flip this candle. Flip it green here. Just looking for a move up to test these highs over 6,900. And then hopefully into this zone here would be the idea. Oops. All right, a little bit of trouble here at 6,900 so far. That's the level we need to break. Excuse me. All right, 5-minute and the 15 and the 30 would kind of all be flipping green here if we can push. Nice, Nell. I don't know when you sent that, but I just saw it. All right, there's a little pop. There we go. Come on, give us those new highs on ES. Right up into this zone would be nice. In long from 892 nil. Nice, dude. See if you can get that push up the previous day high. Yep. I'm looking for new highs here on ES. Come on. Get those new highs, baby. Kind of up into this body resistance here on NQ. On the 5 minute. See if we can squeeze through there and fill the wick. Test previous day high on NQ. And that should send ES to new highs if we can do that. Okay. New candle. Can we push those highs on ES? See if we can hold above that 6,900 level on ES. All right, here we go. Come on. Make that new high. See if NQ can go test previous day high again here. Just need a little pushy here. They're slowing down a bit. All right, ES. Kind of hold above that 6,900 and flip it green here, hopefully. A little bit of struggle at the highs here. Still got a couple minutes left in this 5 minute candle. Let's see if they can flip it. Flip it and get a push here. But yeah, NQ is kind of rejecting at that 5 minute body resistance. At least slowing down a little bit, but we'll see if we can push it here. I feel like ES wants to take out this high a day. Eventually. Hopefully now. Hopefully now. Come on. Got like another minute, a little over a minute until the 5-minute closes. Definitely starting to slow down a little bit at the moment, but we'll see if they can push it on the last minute here. Yeah, we need a push for sure. Sometimes the last minute of the 5-minute they'll push it. So here's the last minute right now. If they drop it, not a good sign. Let's see if we can get a push. Come on, baby. All right, here we go. Come on, ES. Push that baby. 20 seconds. It's kind of slowing. I'm going to take a little bit off here just in case
Order filled.
we end up reversing.
Order filled.
Just took off half my position just in case, just to be safe. Back near the highs here. But kind of a little small candle there. Small body red on ES. So let's see if we can push it up to new highs now. I want to see it go kind of quick though. If not, we might pull back. Alright, here we go. Pushing. Let's get those new highs on ES. We're so close. Give us the push, baby. Alright, we're close. Come on, ES. NQ. Let's see. Just need to get over this like 35 level on NQ to get your push up the previous day high. Alright, here we go. Come on. Right at the previous highs here on ES. They gotta pop them. They gotta pop that high. Come on. All right. Yeah, come on, NQ. It's kind of wicking a little bit. ES barely just missed the previous high a day. So close. Here we go. Come on. Push it here. Push it. Oh, boom. There we go. There we go. Come on. There's the new highs on ES. Get me up into the zone here. Let's get that test of previous day high on NQ. Come on, baby. So right at 69, basically 69.18 for ES, what I'm looking for. Can we test that previous day high again on NQ? All right, we got a minute 30 left in this 5-minute. I want to see it close with a good body here, a good green body. Come on, guys. Alright. Can we close above the previous high would be nice. Close above that little 930 area, like you said on NQ would be nice to get that push higher. It's a new 15-minute candle as well here. There we go. Come on. Come on, ES. Let's pump it. Pump it. Okay. Closing in about 20 seconds here on the 5-minute and the 15. Decent 15. Really want this 15 to close above these bodies here on NQ if we could. And right at it. Right at it there on NQ. Let's see if we can get the push. Come on. New 15 here. ES wasn't able to close above that previous high, but we'll see. Maybe this new 15-minute can bring in some momentum here. Okay. There we go. Get that new high on ES. Come on, get a little squeeze candle. A little squeezer would be nice. And when you try to get short at the previous high of day, squeeze them out. I don't trade ES very often, but I'm up like 20 points on it, which I think is pretty decent for ES. There we go. Come on. Here's my little wickless chart. It's nice and clean looking. Alright, nice push here. Nice push. Let's go, baby. Give me that 69.17 area. Why does it do that? See, that's kind of like a big supply area from yesterday. NQ tested previous day high there. Let me see this. 69.20. Kind of a little pivot there. See if we can get up into this area here. Let's go, baby. All right, we're pushing. We're pushing. Let's see if NQ can break previous day high now. Come on. Break it. A little bit of rejection here. Got like a minute 20 for this 5 minute to close. We'll see how they close it. Kind of rejecting here. Was hoping for a touch of that zone there on ES. Yeah, good job trailing out. Alright, I took half off earlier. I was hoping we can get a push up into the zone here, but don't love that rejection so far here. We got about 30 seconds on the 5-minute. Let's see if we can kind of hold this 6,900 level here on ES. Oh wow. Alright, I just got trailed out there.
Stop
Order
filled.
canceled.
But overall green on that trade. Pretty much break even on the day right now. I was hoping they could have held that 6,900 level. I had my stop kind of below that for the trail. But yeah, pretty strong rejection there on previous day high on NQ. Couldn't get a close above the previous high a day there on ES. We'll see if the buyers step back in here. This is kind of the last area right here for the push, so be kind of watching this 68.90 to 68.85 area here on ES. Somewhere in that area, even down to previous day high. I'd want to see us hold in that area for longs, or for the buyers to stay in control really. Yeah, a little bit of increase in volume there on that that red 5-minute candle. I probably could have trailed that thing out a little bit tighter. I was just hoping we could hold that 6,900 level on a retest. Kind of got like a double top here going on NQ. Kind of same thing on ES here. Just barely making that new high, rejecting here. So we'll see if they bring it all the way back down. It might just be kind of like a range type day today. We'll see. Yeah, NQ is definitely struggling at previous day high. But I mean, ES is kind of also at this 4-hour supply. We had a strong move down from yesterday, so definitely could be a spot to watch for the sellers to come back in. So yeah, this 30 minutes kind of engulfing back to the downside here so far. We got about 6 minutes until this 30-minute closes. Pretty big rejection here though. Kind of just in a range right here now on NQ. So we'll see what happens here. If they end up breaking these lows on on NQ, and NQ can't hold, or ES can't hold above previous day high, maybe we'll see some downside here. But for now, we're kind of just in a range on NQ. ES a little bit stronger, but not getting that follow through above the highs. So looks like we could get some continuation down here after this strong red candle. We'll see if they drop it deeper to this lower part of the range here on NQ, or if they're just going to bounce it. I would think that ES would come and retest previous day high again, but anything can happen. That's for sure. But if we get a little small, like a small green body here, look for another long back up. But if it's a big one, it's just kind of be too late to take. All right, buyers kind of stepping back in here. So ES kind of did come back into this little demand kind of area from this previous push, back into it, pushing back up. Just hard to catch it here. I don't love entering long like right next to a huge down move, like a big red candle, because it could obviously get rejected on this push back up and roll back over. So not my favorite thing to do, enter right next to a big red candle for a long. I mean, it could still work, but the odds of it working are not as good. Then if we had like some smaller candles forming as it was dropping, like these bodies are smaller on this drop, got the push back up. We'll see what happens here. We'll see if these sellers are for real or not. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. All right, they're pushing it back up here. We got 11 a.m. coming in another minute here. Pretty strong move back up though by the bulls. I mean, NQ is kind of just in a range here though, so if we can get above previous day high on NQ, I feel better about the longs at that point. But for now, just kind of waiting to see what they want to do with it. All right, new hourly candles here. So we kind of had an inside bar here on the last hour, but closed, I mean, green bodies. But we just kind of have some wicks on both sides. So a little bit of indecision. $30-minute, another indecision on the 30. So kind of just in a range right now on NQ. ES couldn't really make a new high. I mean, it did make a new high, barely wicked back down. Buyers tried stepping back in here, and we're kind of just in this range here, so not really any great momentum right now. Just kind of watching previous day high here on ES to see if we can stay above that for kind of like overall bias right now. If we end up losing previous day high, maybe lose it, retest it, roll down, could look for a short. For longs, I mean, I'd like to see us above previous day high on NQ for longs. So just got to kind of be patient right now. It's also Friday, so you know, people be leaving early on Friday, so it can get choppy once we get to that lunch hour here. It's already kind of been choppy here, so obviously still opportunity for trades with this. The ranges that we've been in are so wide and volatile, so there's definitely still scalping opportunity even in these ranges, but I'd rather just wait for a bigger, just more conviction type setup. All right, NQ is kind of coming back up near this previous resistance area. So we'll see what it does here. But buyer stepped in on this dip down, kind of making higher lows here on NQ. Same with ES. Kind of have a little bit of a trend line kind of thing here. So we'll see if we can make new highs here on NQ. Just going to be patient and wait for that. All right, getting that push here. So the bears weren't able to take it all the way back down to the bottom of this kind of range on NQ. The bulls stepped back in before they could even do that. So pretty bullish sign right now that the bulls stepped in here pushing it back up to the highs. ES is kind of back at this resistance area. We'll see if NQ can get a push above previous day high here. It's looking pretty strong. All right, there's that push up the previous day high here on NQ. ES kind of held above previous day's high on all these kind of retests near it. Got a little bit below it here, but for the main part, I mean, we just held it. So bullish overall above previous day high. All right, NQ right back near this previous high of day. We'll see if they can get the push now. The tough part is, like, people that got long down here, like, have already had a pretty good move back up. A lot of them are going to be profit taking. So maybe they'll dip it back down a little bit here. Maybe retest this area. Push it. We'll see. Or just go for the high now. Either way, I'm just kind of watching this previous day high level on NQ. ES, kind of a little bit of rejection here at the previous high. Alright, NQ. I like this push here. Little red to green move on NQ. It's a nice push there. Right up to that 25,000 area. New highs on NQ and ES as well. Nil, I'm sure you caught that move up. But yeah, strong reaction there by the bulls pushing it back up after this dip. So this is the move I was looking for earlier on ES to get up into this zone. And I got trailed out of my longs down here. I was hoping just for a tap into that zone. Yeah, you're waiting for a break. Yeah. So they wanted to drop it down one more time before getting this push. Yeah. I know, I honestly, if I would have had NQ open, I had MES open still, but this little green to red, or red to green move after the strong 5-minute candle, red to green push above previous day high could have been a little scalp. Just to the new highs there, basically. But quick in and out for that type of play, obviously, because we're starting to get extended to the upside here. So barely making new highs there on NQ so far. ES kind of rejecting that new high day as well. So we got like another minute for this 5 minute to close. But it's definitely slowing down here so far. We'll see how they close it though. Sometimes they'll push it in the last minute. Close it strong. Alright, I think I just lost connection there. I'm not, just my bad internet. Alright, new 5 minute here. Definitely kind of slowing a bit, but we'll see if they pick it back up or if they want to kind of consolidate a bit. But we got some pretty good room up on NQ up to this next zone if we can pick up some steam here. Kind of right at that previous high a day area here on NQ. Might be due for a little pullback here. Is the stream going in and out now? Is it you kind of losing me for a little bit and then coming back? Yeah. How long is it going out for? Just like 30 seconds or so maybe? Yeah, I think it's just my crappy internet here. I don't know why the internet's so bad. Yeah, it's annoying. Sorry about that, guys. I pay for like the fastest one they have and it loses connection all the time. Alright, let's see here. We got this good push up. Kind of slowing a little bit. You can see the candle bodies kind of getting smaller on this push, so might get like a little consolidation, maybe a pullback. ES kind of barely made new highs here, slowing down a bit. So if you're in a long, I would just be cautious here. It might want to pull back or consolidate possibly. A couple minutes here till a new 15 minute as well. Yeah, not a bad idea to wait for the 15. They might push this here though. This last couple minutes of this 5, we'll see. Squeeze out some shorts a little bit farther. Yeah, it looks like this 15 minutes going to close above previous day high most likely here, so looking pretty bullish here on NQ with some nice room up to that next zone here, so wouldn't mind a little pullback before that happens for an entry. But this new 15-minute candle that's coming, if we can get like a little retest down, a little wick on the new 15, might just take a continuation play. I mean, if you want to be just aggressive with a wide stop, you could just get long right now. Oh yeah, you're already in long. There you go. It happens. I mean, sometimes you can just sense that it's going to go, and you just take it. We'll see. We got that new 15-minute candle coming here in 10 seconds. This current 15 is closing pretty strong. All right, here's the new 15. Are they just going to pump it, or are we going to get a little bit of a dip? TP 998. So you already got your TP? Nice. All right, got that 15-minute candle close above previous day high. I was hoping for a little pullback here for an entry, but it might just go. Oh, long from 990. Okay, nice. We'll see how we do at this 25,000 number. Pulling back a little bit here. ES is just not getting great follow through beyond the previous highs so far. So that's why it's tough. Even though we had the 15-minute candle close up there, it's tough to take the long just because we already had such a pretty good push up here. Like this leg up 192 points on NQ. So I mean, these ranges are monstrous. We'll see if we can get a retest on previous day high here on NQ. Yeah, Neil, I was close to getting in long there as well. I wanted it on this on this candle right here. It was a small little like red to green right there, that wick. I wanted to take it long above that previous day high, but I didn't have I had my MES chart on. I tried to switch it over and it takes a few seconds and I missed it. But it would just been a little scalp. All right, let's see if we can get a little deeper pullback here. ES kind of has this little trend line of resistance. We're just kind of barely making those new highs. So NQ kind of barely getting above the previous high so far. Just gonna be patient here and wait for another little pullback. See what we get. Maybe we just get like a little flag, a little consolidation above previous day high here on NQ. I'd be fine with that. And I'll just take it long above it. Even if we just have a small red candle here, if we take it out on the next candle, could be a possible long as well if I like how it looks. But I would like a little retest on previous day high if we can get it on NQ. That's the ideal situation. We got the Olympics opening ceremony today. I don't know what time that starts. Does anyone know what time that the Olympics opening ceremony starts? I'm excited to have I'm a hockey player. Oh wait, hold on. We're getting that move here. Talking about the Olympics. All right, we're taking out that red. Can we get that push? Kind of watching this on NQ. We're right at that 25,000 number. Might look to take a long here. Just kind of seeing how it's acting right now. Would prefer a little bit deeper pullback, but it's kind of a strong push. Little base here, and then maybe another push. So I'm going to try the longs here.
Order filled.
Order
There
submitted.
we go. Nice. Finally got a trade to go in my direction right from the get-go on it. All right. Nice push there. Nice push here. Kind of had that nice push, kind of little consolidation, little bull sandwich here. Trying long from 988. Oh, nice. You got in at 988. I got in at 07, so up like 20 points right now. We'll see if we can get up near that 50 number on NQ. Don't love this little rejection on ES. All right, we got a couple minutes for the 5-minute to close here. So far it's looking pretty decent. A little bit of upper wick rejection there, but we'll see if we can keep pushing. Nails in and out quick. Nice trade, man. It's hard for me to take a 20-point win on NQ when I just had a 20-pointer on ES. But you got in before me. You got 30 points. That's solid. I want to get at least 20 in this kind of market conditions, just because my losses are probably like 40 to 50 on an NQ loss right now with this volatility. ES kind of showing a little bit of signs of rejection here at this trend line, kind of into that zone that I was looking for earlier. We got less than a minute here on this 5-minute to close. So I want to make sure this body closes, above the previous red body. The bigger the better. It'd be nice if ES could do the same thing. It's kind of a little bit weaker right now. Not loving ES. Kind of rejecting there. See, 20 seconds. ES kind of a little weaker. All right, NQ still kind of engulfed the previous body of this red candle. So we'll see if we can get continuation here. I just don't love that ES didn't do the same thing. But maybe we can go fill this wick in on NQ. That's the hope. Kind of hold that body there. Yeah, ES not helping. Pulling back a little bit here. See if we can hold this area. Alright, ES, definitely a little bit weaker. Not helping the longs on NQ. We'll see if we can kind of hold this area on ES. Hey, stop. Go. Go. All right. All right, not the greatest reaction there. See if we can kind of hold this previous little area here on NQ. Previous resistance here on ES. Alright, getting a little wick there near the EMA. See if they can flip it back up here. Kind of just consolidating here after this push up. So we got 11:30 coming here soon. $30 minutes looking pretty bullish overall. ES a little bit weaker, but overall bullish on the 30-minute. So just need to still hold above previous day high here on NQ to stay bullish. I'm still long here. The 07 average. All right, nice flip up. Nice push there. 11:30 push. Let's see if we can get new highs here on NQ. I'm going to add one there.
Order submitted.
I like how this is looking. Had this nice little hammer here on NQ. Kind of off the EMAs. Consolidation after this push up. Let's see if we can get new highs. Neil, are you in anything? Did you get back in at all? Jose said he was going to be on today. I don't know. Must have got caught up in a work thing. Yeah, ES is kind of just not helping the situation right now. But we're kind of just consolidating still. Let's see if we can get that push up into that next zone here. Would be nice on NQ. Just want to see a good 5-minute candle close here. Got a few minutes left on NQ. A nice green 5-minute close for a continuation higher would be ideal. Alright, come on ES. Make some new highs for me. This 50 level is a good spot to take some profits. Psychological number. All right, NQ's pushing here. No thanks, honey. All right, let's see if we can get those new highs here on NQ. The buyers didn't really let them bring it down much here after this push up. Kind of just consolidated, and hopefully we get another push here. ES just kind of has this trend line resistance, and we're kind of into that supply here from yesterday, so kind of had this strong move down from this area yesterday. Nail your long. Come on. Give us the push, baby. Give us those new highs. We're We're getting close to those previous high on NQ here. Let's see if we can get above it. Into those 40s would be nice. Hopefully test near that 50 level. All right, there we go. There's new highs, 40s. Let's see if we can get up to that 50 number. Nice 5-minute candle close there. Let's go, baby. Come on, get the continuation. Don't do a stupid little wick. It's always the worst when you get like a really strong candle close and then the next one just does the complete opposite when you think it should get continuation. There we go. Come on. Give me that 50 number. Oh, so close. Oh my gosh, I think it hit my target but didn't fill it. Literally, did it hit my target? It came within a tick, it looks like. Wow. That's crazy. I guess I should have had it at 48 instead of 49. Can we go test up there again, guys? Come on. Don't drop it down now. I even bring it a little bit down. Just make sure I get a fill on this. Get a piece off. We're at 40s. Yes, ES kind of got above that 69.20 level, kind of rejecting there. Kind of that pivot high from yesterday. Come on, flip it back up. Dog is crying at the door again. These dogs killing me. Come on. All right. Literally missed me by a tick. That's insane. 48.75. I had it at 49. Oh man, that's brutal. Can we get another little push back up here, guys? 2 minutes still left on this 5 minute, so they could easily flip it back up. Yeah, that was literally a tick away, but let's see if they can get it. Now I should move it higher because if they get back up, they're going to blast through 50. I'm going to, yeah. Come on back up with it, guys. 22. See, we got minute 10 left in this 5 minute. Definitely showing some signs of slowing. Let's see how they do it in the last minute here. All right, last minute of the 5 minute candle here. Can they push it back up? I'm just going to put it right there. See if we can get back up into that middle of that wick. Not be too greedy here. Should be able to get it here. It'll probably blast back through now that I put it there. Come on. Ah. This thing. Alright, about 10 seconds here till the new 5-minute. Losing internet. My internet out? It's kind of slowing. Yeah. Alright, moving it kind of back up to where I had it. Alright, what's going on with my internet? Come on. Is there a chance I miss it by a tick twice in a row? That'd be crazy. Alright, there, come on. Get through there. There we go.
Order canceled.
Thought there was a chance I missed it by a tick again. Alright, let's get through that 50 level. See, ES is kind of just trying up here. We got previous day high on the futures candle up here on ES 69.35. Just want to see if we can tap into this zone here on NQ. Would be kind of the next target. Either NQ tapping into here or ES tapping the previous day high. Kind of be what I'm looking for. See, ES is getting close back up to yesterday's daily candle on the futures. We also have yesterday's open on the futures candle, 060-175 on NQ. Make that yellow. Yeah, we're kind of getting some rejection here. Let's see if we can tap up into there. Yeah, that 50 number, 50s and 100s are always kind of stingy, usually. Kind of just still grinding up here though. Just trying to go with the trend. So let's see if we can get to yesterday's open on the futures candle on NQ. Kind of rejecting here. I don't love these double wicks so far. See, we got another minute, a little over a minute left on the 5-minute candle. It's kind of struggling up here. Pulling back a bit. See if we can kind of hold this little area right here on NQ. Pretty good reaction there so far. ES kind of holding up a little better at the moment. All right, let's see if we can get back over this this kind of red candle body. Get over that and push. Kind of fill these wicks in. Get up to that 61 level. Got to break that 50 number. Kind of just grinding up here, so. Little rejection there. See if we can get back over this level on NQ. Don't love these like little candles we're getting now, but we're still kind of just grinding up. So still in long. Come on, man. Dog is back at the door. Dude, kill him. All right, trying to bounce it here. Yeah, kind of rejecting this level here. It's not any great momentum right now. Can we get one more little push back up? Couple minutes for this 5-minute to close. Love to see ES get up to previous day high level. That would be nice. All right, a little over a minute here on this 5-minute. $15-minute, kind of had a push, rejection. Oh, definitely kind of slowing down here. We're getting closer to the lunch hour on a Friday. And the Olympics are starting today, so, or the opening ceremony. which I'm excited for the Olympics, especially the hockey. Alright, come on. This 5 minute, pretty much an indecision candle so far. Really kind of just dying up here. Alright, closed it green. Let's see if we can get a break of that candle high. And get a push. Back up to that 50 level. Alright, ES is trying for new highs here. It's kind of like an ugly up pattern though, to be honest. Like it looks like it could have a dump down any moment. Alright, let's see if we can get that little push up here. Alright, ES, can you make new highs? Can we get new highs on ES? New highs on ES should be able to get us back near that 50 level on NQ. Can we make those new highs on ES? So close. Yeah, it's kind of just not much volume right now, I think, so not able to get that push just yet. Come on, ES, push, baby. NQ's turning red here on the 5. Flip it back up. Alright, they're trying here on NQ. Come on. I'm trailing my stop tighter here in case we reject and move down. Basically at break even on the other contracts here. A little bit in profit. See if we can get that push over this like 37 resistance on these bodies on NQ. Okay. Come on, ES, can you make new highs?
Order
I'm going to try to sell pretty much back where I sold my first contract. Just because I don't love how this is moving. It's really slow. Yeah, they're kind of rejecting it here on NQ. 30 seconds here on this 5-minute candle. ES not able to make that new high today. All right, about 5 seconds here on this 5-minute. See if we can close it green at least. I think it closed exactly where it opened. Just a straight indecision. Yeah, these sellers are coming back in here. Alright, I trailed out the rest there.
Stop filled.
Order canceled.
So small win. Just couldn't get any follow through really besides my first take profit area. So it's pretty choppy and slow now. Not loving how it's moving. This might be a decent time to just call it here pretty soon. I don't know, there's not really any momentum right now, so not ideal conditions at the moment. The new highs are just barely getting new highs. They could knife this thing down here any moment. Yeah, there's the drop now. I feel like that happens on these kind of like slow, like you get that good push and then it kind of just slowly grinds. And then you do like a sharp drop at some point. Usually after a few of these peaks. 1, 2, 3, 4-ish on ES. Yeah, it's moving on back down here. What are you thinking, Nil? Are you going to keep trading or are you looking to wrap it up here soon? I'm small green on the day, so better than the last couple sessions, I guess. Oh, you're in short. Nice. Yeah, you get to see it just when you can't get any more follow through like that or just barely making new highs, eventually they just drop it. So we're getting that drop back down here. Maybe go test previous day high here on Nasdaq. Yeah, there's that dump that I was talking about. I'm glad you caught that. Well, at least I didn't let my trade go red on me. Let's see if NQ can hold above previous day high here. We got 12 o'clock coming here. Small profits, small, yeah. It's kind of a grindy move up here today. I mean, you know, I took that first trade here on ES. Looked like it was moving, then I rejected it, took the loss, got back in. Got a win on that one, but trailed out some of it here. Probably should have just taken it all off, I guess, at the previous high. And then NQ got in around here, had the move up, scaled some, trailed out. So small green on the day for me. This is kind of tough to catch these moves. Yeah, it's definitely a scalpy kind of day. Once I see that we're like not getting the follow through behind the previous high, you know, it's like you probably should be getting out when we make new highs, which I definitely could have done on this last trade. Probably scaled more out on that push. Yeah, honestly, every day should kind of be a see money, take money kind of thing, at least to start. And then if you see it's like a good trend, then you can maybe hold some runners longer. But I think having that like scalp first mentality is a good mindset, which I know you definitely have. Sometimes I just try to go for too much and let decent winners turn into like break even or even losses sometimes on the sharp pullbacks, but something to work on. But obviously on like a good trend day where I can get some bigger winners, it helps to make up for those times where I would have just taken smaller scalps. So it's kind of give and take. But lately with the just how big the ranges have been, the volatility, scalping's been a good way to make money, that's for sure. When you have like 100-point 5-minute candles, what are these? What's the range on this? 78. Yeah, this one is 93 points. This big green one is 119. Crazy. Yeah, it's just tough with the stop loss. Having a tight stop loss in these conditions is tough for me, at least. If I'm looking, I mean, I like looking at the 5-minute. So, but if I can find like those green to red, red to green type entries, that's where you can get the tighter stop, which is what I prefer. Like right now, like as soon as this thing turned back green, if you want to take a long, just risk underneath this lip, this low, just hope for a move back up. But conditions aren't great right now, to be honest, for me. This momentum's kind of dying out. But I mean, the trend is kind of still up here, even though it's kind of slow. It's like the EMAs are aligned bullish still. So, let's see, 5-minute. Like, I don't hate a long right now, but it's just, I don't know, time of day where it could reject and move back down. We'll see how this 5-minute closes. We are kind of holding that 25,000 number. Kind of rate on it. 25,000. Yeah, buyers are stepping back in here again. Every dip just kind of getting bought back up. A little less than 30 seconds on this 5 minute. But it's tough getting in on this kind of candle because it's like the next one, they might just drop it back down. It's like, where do you put your stop on it? That's why I need like that red to green kind of wick move to be able to get that tighter stop that you're talking about. But pretty good reaction here by the bulls. There it goes. Kind of right back into this area here on NQ. ES back near the highs. See if they reject it or not. ES is close to those new highs here. I'm going to try a long on NQ.
Order filled.
Order
See if
submitted.
we can push up near those previous highs. Just smaller size, looking for a scalp play. See if we can get it back up to the highs here. Just trying to play this momentum off the 5 minute push up here. ES making new highs. Can ES get up to previous day high? That'd be huge. See if we can get a push back up to previous high here on Nasdaq. Alright, there's a nice push. Can we get that new high a day?
Order submitted.
Come on, Nasdaq. Give me the new highs here. Follow suit with ES. Just got that 50 level to deal with.
Order filled.
Order
Oh, there we go.
canceled.
All right, I got a fill there at the new high. Little scalp there on half. Yeah, MNQ made a new high, but NQ didn't. I think actually close to the top tick on that one this time. We'll see if they can keep pushing here. I'll show my... See if we can get up to that 61 level on NQ. I guess at worst it'll kind of be a break-even trade if they end up flipping this back down red. Barely made the new high again. That's why I put an order just above it. Quick little push. Yeah, if they end up flipping this back down, it'll just be a wash trade basically. Maybe a little win. See if we can get a little bit of follow through here. Maybe up to like the 100 number. I would think if we can break 50, we'll get up near 100. Maybe ES can go tap into that previous day high on the ES candle. A little bit of turbulence here. It has almost 20 points on that first contract. All right, new 5-minute here. See if we can get that push. Like my wick list chart. It's looking pretty good. See if we can get a big body on this candle. Did we make a new high yet? Just barely made a new high, it looks like, on Nasdaq. I want to see if this one can get going. Try to hold a runner for a little bit further. See if momentum comes in here. Looks like ES is getting close to maybe being able to get up to previous day high. So we'll see if we can get up here. Just got to make that new high here and get a push. Still got some time here in this 5-minute. Still got 3 minutes left in this 5-minute candle, so a lot of time still. See if it can grow. If it ends up being a dud, let's probably just close it. Since we did get some new highs again, but the trend today has been just new highs drop, new highs drop, new highs drop. So maybe they'll do the same thing again here. Yep.
Order
Stop
canceled.
failed.
And all right, small win there. I got trailed out under this candle, but overall small win. I was hoping maybe we'd get that push on ES up the previous day high, but they're just continuing to do the same thing. New highs drop, new highs drop. So still green on the day, small green, but green is green. Better than red. Looks like they might just wick that previous 5-minute. right. Again, barely new highs on Nasdaq. Same with ES, barely new highs, not really getting any follow through beyond the previous high. Just barely getting above it, pulling back. So I was hoping maybe we'd get that push on this one, but still kept the trade green overall, just small green. Looks like they might drop it back down here again. Kind of got this little body dropping it back down after making the new high. I'm going to try
Order
a
filled.
quick
Order
short.
submitted.
See if we drop back down to this level here on NQ. We'll see if they bring it back down or not here. And they've been bringing it back down all day, so we'll see if it continues. Alright, let's see if they can take that wick out. Take the wick out. They're trying to wick it back up. Alright, looks like they're trying to wick it, hold it up here.
Order filled.
Alright,
Stop
got
filled.
stopped out there.
Order
Stop filled.
canceled. Order canceled.
Bucks. I think I'm losing internet. Alright, Thought maybe they were gonna get above this high and drop back down to this level, but they wanted to go up there one more time. Maybe they'll drop it now. It's kind of been the theme today. Get up, drop down, get up, drop down. But it's also kind of a counter trend trade, so a little bit harder. I'm now tiny red on the day. Basically break even. Let's see. Are they going to drop it down now? Yeah, price is not doing a whole lot right now. Just kind of grinding up still here. Still not able to close above that 50 level on the 5 minute. Just kind of wicking above it. Now they're probably going to get that drop that I was looking for. Kind of wicking here on the 5 minute again, but it's just really slow right now, to be honest. Not ideal conditions at the moment. No momentum, just kind of choppy, slow. So I feel like another knife down could be coming, but it's just hard to time it. Kind of just some indecision up here. Consolidation. See, less than a minute here on this 5 minute to close. Yeah, I mean, well, the direction's been up, but it's just been slow, grindy move up here today. We've kind of just been losing momentum, obviously. These candles are just shrinking. We're just getting choppy. So it's just not great conditions right now. You know, they could squeeze it up. They could drop it down. It could really go any direction at the moment. Yeah, I mean these bodies are tiny right now in the 5-minute. What time is it right now where you're at now? Where'd you say you're from again? What country was it? Yeah, the 15-minute. Yeah, it's just slow right now. It's just choppy. Singapore, nice. What time is it there right now? Kind of get another rejection up here. No, I've never been to Singapore. I'd love to, though. Oh my God. 1:26 a.m. Yeah, it's 10:26 a.m. here. So you're a little ahead of me. What time do you sleep till then? Like, what time do you go to bed at usually? I'm in Arizona. I grew up in Michigan, but my wife and I moved here a few years ago now. But we actually left for a little bit, went to Florida, went back to Michigan for a little bit, and then now we're back here again. So, have you been to the U.S.? All right, they're pushing it up now. Looks like they want new highs here on Nasdaq. I'm gonna try a quick long
Order
here,
filled.
see if we can
Order
get a quick
submitted.
push. Yeah. I've never really been. I've been to LA. Haven't really done a whole lot in LA, but just was there like very briefly a long time ago. So I don't really, not familiar with LA. I went to New York one time. New York City at least. Yeah, there's some nice spots, and out west here there's some really nice like national parks and all that. Michigan's nice in the summertime. There's a lot of lakes. Alright, NQ. Kind of made that new high again. Kind of rejecting a little bit. Let's see if we can get follow through. Let's see if ES can go tap previous day high here. I had a little bit of like a chase, kind of a chase entry here, but just saw momentum coming, so want to see if I can get a quick scalp. There we go. Nice push here. Yeah, Toronto's not too far. I used to go to Toronto for hockey tournaments growing up. I think it's like 4 or 5 hours from Detroit area. Alright, pretty good push here. I kind of had a little bit of a chase entry there. So I'm only up a few points right now, but just saw some momentum coming in, so I want to see if I get a little piece here. Here we go, 1230. Let's see if we can get a push on 1230. Takes them off up near the 80 level. ES is getting closer to that previous day high here. Maybe 1230 can bring us some momentum here. So yeah, not a great entry for me, but I just saw momentum coming in. A little bit of a chase. Just want to see if we can get a quick push up. We've just been slow grinding, but saw a quick move. Got in with it. Let's see if we can get up to this 80, 85 area. Just going to go to break even on my stop. That way it's risk free now. See, ES. We're close to previous day high on ES. NQ is about to be tapping this zone here. Come on, baby. Take me out here at 84, 84.50. There we go. Got one
Order
off.
canceled.
Stops break even. I'm just trailing this 5-minute candle with my other half. So I got about, that was close to 20 points on that push there, I think. Actually, a little bit more. Basically 20 points. We'll see if we can just keep pushing here. Alright, ES is getting closer up to previous day high. NQ is kind of tapping into the zone now. Just going to delete that level. Keep these clean. Let's check the hourly. Yeah, ES kind of coming into this resistance area here. Let's see if NQ can maybe hit this little pivot high here. 123. It's picking up steam here. Looking pretty good. Can ES tap that previous day high level? Five minutes looking pretty strong though overall. ES a little bit of weakness there. Alright, looking good here. See if we can get some continuation on this candle. A little over a minute till the next 5 minute. Just want to see if we can close this 5-minute candle nice and strong and hopefully get a continuation up in the previous day high there on ES. And NQ may be into this 123 pivot. They kind of just turned on the gas a little bit here right before 12:30. After some chop here for a while. Decent little push up. So yeah, that 169 level would be previous day high on Nasdaq on the futures daily candle. Let's see if we can get continuation here on this previous 5-minute. Don't come stop me out. Sons of bitches. I'm going to put an actual break even here. See if maybe we can get a bounce. New 5-minute, just dump it. They're going to stop me, it looks like. Alright, there's a
Order
stop out
canceled.
break even on the other half. Just couldn't get any follow through on that last 5-minute. Was hoping for that push on ES up to the previous day high. They just weren't able to do it. But NQ did get close to that 100 level. So at least one on half of it. Well, had a good push there. And quick rejection now. It's been tough today on trying to get follow through above previous highs. Just been a slow, just a grindy move up. Tough drop in the morning and pushing up and just been kind of grinding the last couple hours. I guess this was a day to kind of just get long and just hold. Just let the trend go. But hard to predict. Pretty steep pullback here so far. But I mean, we're still making higher highs, higher lows overall. So kind of dropping back into this kind of demand zone that we just pushed out of. So we'll see if the buyers can hold it up here on NQ. Pretty strong red candle though. I'm basically at break even on the day here, so couple losses, couple smaller wins. If I had just taken my profits on the wins instead of kind of going to break even on the second half, would have been a little bit more green. All right, pretty big red candle there on the 5-minute. We'll see what they want to do next. See if these buyers just step right in. Oh, RM, what's up, man? The Indian Ocean sailing north to Oman. "48 hours of traveling." Wow. Sounds good, man. Enjoy. Get some sleep. How's the weather there where you're at? Is it pretty nice? Looks like the buyers are trying to step back in here a bit. Nice. Get some good sunshine. We got plenty of that here in Arizona, that's for sure. Lots of sunshine. That's good. Don't want to get seasick out there. Buyers are pushing it right back up here. I'm going to try one more
Order
quick
filled.
long
Order
here. See if
submitted.
we can get a push back up to the highs on NQ. See if we can get back up near that 90 level. Long from 68 right now. Just looking for some scalps here. Thanks, RM, man. Take care. We'll talk soon. Probably see you on Monday. Or whenever you can be on, I guess. Have a good one. Alright, can we get that push back up to 90 area? Still got a couple minutes left in this 5-minute, so definitely had this steep red candle. Like I said earlier, I don't love going long right next to a big red like that, but it's been the theme today. They drop it and we push back up, drop it, push back up, barely make new highs, drop it. Yeah, sounds good, Nil. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for coming on, guys. I'll probably be ending the stream here after this trade. Yeah, man, get some sleep. If it's already, was it close to 2 a.m. there now? All right, man, have a good weekend. Both of you guys. Got this candle closing here. About 45 seconds, 40 seconds. Just trying to look for a push back up near this 90 area. 3 seconds till a new candle. All right, new 5 minute. Let's see if we can get that push. There we go. Nice push there. Right up to 80. Can we get the push up near 90? ES is very close to making new highs here. Can we get that push up? There we go. Come on. Push it. Don't wick on me. Come on, baby. Don't wick. I'm going to go break even on this thing. It's either going to go or I'm going to get stop break even. Risk free. There we go. Nice push. Boom. Okay.
Order canceled.
Got that one filled. Near this previous resistance area on the 5 minute. Now let's see if we can maybe make some new highs. ES is getting closer up to previous day high here. So let's see if we can get that push. Alright, seeing a little bit of pause here at that previous resistance on the 5 minute. We'll see if we can go make new highs. If not, I'll just get another small win here with a break-even stop out on the second one. But hoping we can get a push this time. Make a new high. I just put that a little closer to that previous high. Let's see if we can get a push here. ES is getting close. Close to new highs, close to previous day high here on ES. So all right, there goes ES. Push it. Push it real good. Come on. All right, previous day high, not too far off, like about 5 points on ES. So if we can get that previous day high on on ES, we should get a decent little pop here on NQ. Hopefully up to the new highs. There we go. Come on, NQ. Can we get that pop here? Come on, NQ. A little bit of rejection here. 15 seconds here till a new 5 minute, which will also be a new 10 minute. See how the 10 minutes looking. 10 minutes looking nice and bullish. Let's see if we can get that push. Get a little continuation here. Maybe get up that 123 level. ES is getting close to those to previous day high here. Can we get some new highs here on Nasdaq? Kind of want to see this thing get moving here. Is this going to stop me out again? Oh. Another possible break-even stop out on the runner. The runners have not been running today, at least for keeping a stop at break even. But that one might be okay here. Okay. Good reaction there. Very close to getting trailed out. Just got to get over this resistance here. There we go. Alright, ES is right up near previous day high. There we go. Now we're getting some action. Alright, ES is above previous day high, barely. Now we're getting the push. Beautiful. See if we can get that 123 number. ES popped previous day high. Kind of wicking a little bit there. Just don't want to get caught in another pullback here. Kind of wicking at the new highs here a bit. Near that 100 level on NQ. Got ES is right at that previous day high level. Also kind of wicking a little bit. Still got some time here though in this 5 minute. So let's see if we can get a decent close on it. Minute 40 left. All right. Oh, this is the 10 minute. Back to the 5 minute. All right, about 50 seconds here for this 5 minute to close. Just want to see it close above this previous resistance here. Is what I'm looking for. ES looking pretty good. Be ideal if we can get a close above previous day high level on ES. Just not getting that follow through right now in NQ. So I'm just gonna trail this thing tighter right now. I'm not loving it. Okay. Yeah, definitely kind of rejected there. With those wicks on the 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get one more push back up here. I'm actually going
Order
to add one
submitted.
back here and kind of have my stop right under the current candle. So basically just risking just the profits from the second contract. And if it rejects, I'll just break even on that second one overall. Okay. So I added one right here, added one back. So let's see if we can go fill this wick in maybe on the 5 minute. Just need to get above this resistance area here. See if we can get that push. There we go. ES not really doing a whole lot right now though, so might let's see if we can get this push here, kind of fill this wick in on the 5 minute. ES is kind of trying. Let's see if we can get back above that previous day high level. NQ's pushing. Alright. Back near that 100 level. Did you lose Layla? We lost the Chihuahua. Somewhere in the house. Alright, we're kind of seeing a little weakness here at this 100 level. Let's see if we can get a push through there. Couple minutes still left on this 5 minute. Having a little trouble here at that 100 level. I'm going to see if I can get one off back up into there. Just to be safe, take a piece off if I can get it. There we go.
Order filled.
Order canceled.
Now I'll just go to break even on this one. See if we can get those new highs on NASDAQ. If we reject it and come back down, I'll just stop out, basically break even on this other contract. But we got, let's see, 1 o'clock is coming here. 1 o'clock is on its way. Got 50 seconds, 50 seconds until 1 o'clock. Kind of right up near previous day high here, still on ES. NQ still has a little ways to go before previous day high would be hit. We got a little pivot here on NQ, at 123 level. So let's see what, well, looks like I might get trailed out here. We got 10 seconds. Probably going to get trailed out, it looks like. And just pump. Get over that 100 level. Wow, okay. I'll take that. Almost got trailed out. That almost never happens. Nice push there. Up to new highs. ES is back up to previous day high here. So we'll see if ES can make some new highs. NQ's pushing here. I want to see if we can get up to that 123.75 level on NQ. But yeah, it's very close to getting trailed out there. Let's see if the bulls can keep it up here. Barely made a new high. Kind of wicking there a little bit. Can we get a little push above the high? ES is right at previous day high right now. Alright, there's a push. See if we can get up to that 23.75. Kind of take out that pivot. Might move this up a little bit in case we kind of get some strength above it. 23.75. Little pivot there. ES is kind of close back up to new highs. All right, we got a minute 45 for this 5 minute to close. Let's see if we can push this thing. There we go. Nasdaq pushing nicely here. Nice momentum push. Less than a minute here. We got previous day high is way up here at 169.25. Nice push here, almost 30 points. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. We do kind of have this see, a little bit of like a channel upper trend line on Nasdaq. See if we can break through it. Kind of just like a resistance line here. Something like that. So see if we can dig up into there a bit. Kind of right at that that 23.75. We still haven't pushed above that pivot yet. ES is so close to new highs too. Let's see if we can make a new high here on this 5-minute. We make that new high. Get over that 23.75 pivot. There we go. Come on. Come on, get a little push there. Give me a little push here. Come on, baby. Put my stop there. Buddy, what are you doing, bud? What's wrong? Can we keep pushing here? If not, I'm just trailing out underneath this low. Might get trailed out here, it looks like. Which will be fine. Trail out in profit. All right,
Order
there it
canceled.
is. That's fine. We kind of hit that 23.75 pivot, so I figured we might get a little rejection. So trailed out there. That's going to do it for me today. So thanks everyone that tuned in today. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your weekend. We got the Olympics starting up. Opening ceremonies today, so that's pretty cool. Be watching that. So hopefully you guys had a good day. And if you guys please subscribe to my channel as well so you can be notified when I go live, and like the video if you're re-watching it as well. So thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. And have a good weekend. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys for next week. All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.